Hey guys, welcome back to part two. All right, Corey, where were we?
On to Big Daltrey, Captain Crunch, aka Daltrey Senior. Got any other names?
Domo.
All right. So right off the hop, he had Lundqvist as a keeper. Not him at the time, obviously. Lundqvist was then kept for 6 years. I think season like 3 or 4 is when he came into the league. So he did run Lundqvist for a few years. But at the time, season 3 and 4, Antti Ranta was kept as well. And then season 7. I think Lundqvist fell off here, and Delcovich was kept. Then no goalie season 8. Then Vejmelka kept season 9, no goalie season 10, and then this year Vejmelka kept with him already traded. So Big Daltrey here, really unable to solidify a goalie since Lundqvist has retired.
I just don't think he cares about goaltending, to be honest.
Hey, you don't need it to win.
I mean, that's debatable. Because what has he ever
Statistically,
really won?
yeah, statistically,
Yeah.
yep.
To me, like when it's a third of your points every week, you should have at least one starter. But that's my opinion.
Yep. All right, we'll move on to Bergeron here, who he's had a lot of moving pieces through the years.
Man, those early goalies are rough.
Steve Mason for a couple of years, then to Matt Murray, Carter Hutton, Thomas Greiss, Tristan Jarry, ran him for 2 years, then picked up Peter Mrazek for a year, Bobrovsky, Kochetkov, Jacob Markstrom, we acquired 3 seasons ago now, I guess, and is really his number one now. Still is.
Yeah, yeah. At least he's found some stability because those goaltending throughout the years is pretty rough for his franchise. I
Yeah,
think.
oh he's kept one more goalie than Domo through the years.
Yeah,
He's
I know we're putting
only
you in the
one
same category
season.
as Domo.
Yeah, only one season did he keep a second goalie. And same with Dan, his keeper franchise, only one season did he keep a second goalie.
Whew.
So and then compared to me, I feel two goalies is important. I've kept two every year. So early on, we drafted Pekka Rinne and Corey Crawford. I remember thinking goalies were so important and going hard on them pretty early too. Um, from our previous seasons of fantasy hockey, that was my kind of take back. So I traded Corey Crawford for Tuukka Rask for my first season, and then ran Tuukka Rask and Corey Crawford for a couple of years. Uh, Picked up Semyon Varlamov for a few years. Um, Jacob Markstrom, Jonathan Quick. And then when I sold off, it was really hard to bounce back, I found, to get another goalie. Um, when I went through my like rebuild year and really committed to selling pretty early, picked up Malcolm Subban, then I had Jack Campbell and Kyle Peterson for a year. Was able to offload Campbell for quite a bit, but
Back to Varlamov.
yeah, back to Varlamov and Hart, Gibson and Hart. Hart got arrested. Then went to Aiden Hill and Tristan Yari, and then now to Aiden Hill and Dustin Wolf, picking up Bennington earlier. So I feel like I have some stability a bit more. And Wolf is a guy that going to ride long term. Aiden Hill will be interesting because Carter Hurt is going to start playing for the same team soon. Comes back to fuck me again, but I'm not going to
They'll
charge
be
him at
gang banging
least.
together in no
Yeah,
time.
I'm not gonna charge him though anything. So um, then we'll go to Casey, our last team here. Jonathan Quick picked pretty early for a couple of years. Sergei Bobrovsky was ran there for 4 years, from season 2 to 5. Then Ben Bishop, season 3 to 6. He did have Linus Ullmark, as we know he loves his Buffalo goalies, um, in season 7, but did not opt to continue keeping him. No goalies kept season 8. I think this is the year that Casey took over, though. and he chose not to keep any goalies if I remember correctly. Now I gotta know. Came in 2023. Yeah. So that no, it doesn't add up. So yeah, he chose no goalies to start with, out of the team he was left with from whoever it was. Um, so I guess he could have maybe kept on Mark. I don't know if he was on the team or not by the end of the season. But then he did keep Wallstead season 9, 6K and Levi season 10. Now he did get Saros for Blackwood last year in a deal with Nick, um, and kind of got some stability in nets for a little bit. Should be for a few years at least. In Nashville with Saros, I think he's about 30. See if he can get a second goalie there
Too bad
to
Nashville
solidify the back.
sucks right now. Jeez.
Yeah, definitely. We had high hopes last year, and I think they definitely did not meet expectations, right? So
No, they did not. Unless you
yeah,
expected them to lose a lot.
yeah, exactly. Especially with their free agency signings, right?
They went out
So
hard on free agency and then just crapped out.
yeah, so um, one thing I thought would be interesting is kind of look at who are the new goalies added in every year that really weren't kept in previous years. Um, and then some of the bigger names I also wanted to dive into how were they acquired for the team that started keeping them. So
Okay.
you're going to see some interesting names here as well. So season 3, first year that Vasilevsky was kept. We also had Scott Darling, Robin Leonard, Antti Ranta, and Matt Murray. I guess Matt Murray was a pretty good pickup there, right? Uh, Going for some playoff runs, but he never really solidified into, I think, what we expected for him to be, like a Flurry more so. Um,
He never lived up to the hype.
yeah, he definitely won a few cups, right? But it just, yeah, the hype was not there
Not with great
for
stats, though,
long-term fantasy.
either.
For yeah,
He was not good for fantasy, but he was good for the Penguins.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, so then we got season 4, Hellebuck's first year being kept. Aaron Dell, Mike Smith, Carter Hutton, Jacob Markstrom. Season 5, we have Jordan Binnington, Carter Hart, Peter Mrazek, Grabauer, Thomas Greiss. Season 6, Mers, Jacob Markstrom, Demko, UC Saros, Darcy Kemper, Ilya Samsonov, Tristan Jarry, Malcolm Subban. Season, what's the 7 now? Shesterkin and Sorokin, both kept for the first year. Kakinen, Halak, Kevin and Lankinen, Nedeljkovic, Peter Mrazek,
Jesus.
Jack Campbell, Cal Peterson. So my thoughts just kind of initially were that, like, we kind of drafted fairly evenly for goalies for the most part for the first couple of years, right? And then we saw kind of teams fall out from their goalies, and I feel like people started taking more
Some
risks.
aged out.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think people started taking more risks on goalies as the keepers, hoping that they pan out. And you see we started to keep a lot more goalies through the years. You can see how many goalies were picked in the first 5 rounds, only 18. But
Yeah.
I guess new goalies, right? Because if you look at total goalies, it's
Total
it's
goal is
really
still up there.
it's still really flat though. The average is 26, the high 29, low of 22. So this year we had a few people keep 3 or 4. I'm assuming, right? But either way, we go over here, season 8. We got Marc-Andre Fleury kept again, Husso, Markstrom again, Jake Ottinger, Spencer Knight, and then 13 new goalies the next year. Gustafson, Georgiev, Thompson, All-American Swayman came out. Vanacek, Samsonov, Grubauer, Korpisalo, Stuart Skinner, Vejmelka, Kochekov, Wallstead. Then season 10, Lindgren, Bennington, Wold, Decord, Bobrovsky, Markstrom, Hill, 6K, Levi. And then now this year, some new goalies. We had Thompson, Montembeau, Dostal, Blackwood, Stolarz, Gustafson, Askarov, Vejmelka, and then Wolf. So I know that Gustafson has been kept before, and Blackwood as well.
Veg.
So really, if Yeah, in veg, yeah. Just took a break a few years. So I know we could probably cut this down as they're not technically new, but so I highlighted some of them in green, which were the bigger names that I thought would be interesting to see how they were acquired. So we got Vasilevsky here. He was a seventh round draft pick from Nick in the third season. He was put back in the pool from yourself. I think you commented
You're
on how
welcome.
you wish you kept him.
Nah, I was trying to win early when I shouldn't have. In hindsight, I should have kept him, but I kept Bishop over him because Bishop was the starter for another year or two.
Yep. So then in the season four, Connor Hellebuck was a seventh round draft pick from Sean, who went on to be a franchise goalie for a long time there. Season six, I think it was Neil, kept UC Saros. It was a straight trade from Max Domi to BMS Goats. Um, so I don't know if he was still serving as the backup because that's quite a cheap price, and I don't remember that as a
Yeah, it probably would have been near
yeah
the end of Renee's run.
time. Yeah, so probably just good timing on the hold there for Neil. Darcy Kemper. This was yourself, I believe. You kept him season six, but you acquired him season five in a trade with Travis. So Travis traded a good goalie away.
No,
Um,
I got him from Travis.
yeah, exactly. Traded a good goalie away to you. So he traded Kreider, Hall, and Kemper for Ehlers, Monahan, and Rittich. Um, but anyways, no picks included in this.
That would have been
Uh,
my trade then.
yeah, this was you to him. Yeah, you to Travis. That's how you acquired Kemper.
I would have
Season
gave him pick.
five. No, there's no picks in this trade. Yeah.
Uh,
Anyways, go to season seven. This was a big year for Neil. Goalie wise, turned it around in season six. So he did acquire Igor Shesterkin from Domo for Carter Hart and Brian Elliott. No picks. And then in the season sixth round, a draft, he was acquired in the as the 11th pick, or sorry, 11th round pick. So it's a big depth pick that turned out to be a goalie that's still on his team now. 5 years later, same year we had uh, Linus Allmark get acquired. I think this is more of just a throw-in pick, kind of as we said. We don't think he was
he,
doing
he
anything in
wasn't good
Buffalo
in
at the time.
Buffalo. No.
But it was weird not talking to him here, as he was also kept season nine.
He was
Um,
sharing crease with Brian Elliott back then. Was it Brian Elliott?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right now.
No, it's the
Anyway,
Craig Anderson. It's Craig Anderson.
mm. Go to season eight. We had Jake Ottinger, first time being kept. He was drafted in this eighth round from Braden.
Good draft. Good
Yeah,
draft
very
pick.
good draft there. We had Jeremy Swayman in the ninth season. He was a third overall pick in season eight, so that's turned out to be a good pick from Derek. And then Linus Allmark in season eight, the draft, he got him in the 10th round and it kept him and has ran the tandem since that draft ever since. So big draft him for him. And then myself, I think Dustin Wolf will be a franchise goalie for me. So kind of comment on here, 11th round draft pick. No plans on letting him go for a long time. So
A
kind of
little too early to
surprised.
tell on Wolf, but I get why you're happy
Absolutely.
about
Yeah, yeah.
him.
But I think it's interesting to see how many of these players were a draft pick that somebody held on to, more than I would have thought. I thought they would have been acquired more so through free agency or picked up when someone got hurt or you know what I mean? I thought there'd be more trades on how people acquired these guys.
I find what happens is a lot of times they have like an okay season where you're like, okay, these guys almost ready to take over, and they're back in the draft pool, and people draft them to make sure that they have them, right? So
Yeah. No, it's huge though. It shows where you need to be able to draft a top tier goalie, right? You're looking
I never have
seventh,
any of
eight.
those picks in any of those rounds.
Yeah, there's a couple. 11th round. You could have been there.
Maybe I might have
Yeah.
been around that 11th round that year.
Yeah, maybe. All right, we'll go to League matchups now.
All right. So while we were talking about this week's matchups, let's talk about last week's predictions. I had the lowest score with 4 out of 8. You and Kyle both went 5 out of 8.
Woo, I'm making up some ground.
So let's see what happens this week here. Let's talk about Robo Wolf versus Patches. 2-1 and 6 versus the 1-2 and 12. Who do you got here, buddy?
I mean, I'm higher in the standings for a reason. Um, just because I have the superior team. There's no other reason I could be higher in the standings. It's late enough in the season that there's no excuses.
Late enough. It's like 30 weeks in. Like we're so far in that.
Team is trash.
Um, yeah, so you're pretty confident there, but
I
I
think
don't
it will
know.
be a good matchup, though, to be honest. I think it will be. I think it will be a tough one, but I think I'll come out ahead.
I heard Patches would have beat most teams last week,
It's
is what
true.
I heard. So I'm gonna try and go something different here and go with Patches. I feel like he's overdue for a big win, and this could be it.
And you can go fuck yourself.
Team Ramrod 3-0 in third place, taking on China number 8. It's my Travis bye week. Who do you got here?
Travis bye week. Last time we talked cruel to him, he got a little sensitive and went off and won a week. But to string 2 weeks in a row, I don't see it. So unfortunately, I'd love to return the hate your way here. I just can't.
I'm gonna agree. I just don't. I don't know. I think as long as my team shows up, then I should easily beat him. His Habs are a wild card because they've been on fire and they've been putting up a lot of big points. But I just got to make the calculated decisions that I typically do, and I should be able to beat him. And my goaltending is going to wipe the floor with his goaltending. That's like 4 easy points. I just got to show up for a couple other categories.
Let's mark that down. Let's refer back to that statement.
Yeah, I think all three of my goalies are better than right now statistically than any of his goalies. So Jager Bombs 1-2 and 14th, taking on the 13th. Fetch me a drink, also at 1-2. Who do you got here?
Whew, disappointing start to both teams this season. Dan's goalies were just dog shit last week, but Braden's were not much better. Oh, is there any injuries I'm not really aware of? I know. Let's see, I'm a little slow here today. Like most days, I know.
I didn't say that.
I said it so before anybody else could, okay? Everyone was thinking it. We know that. Yeah, I'm gonna give this one to Braden. I just Dan's team has been underwhelming, and he's traded away a really good player in Kyle. Definitely worth a seventh round pick. Um, I just I think Braden's gonna take it this week.
Wow, going against Dan, eh?
Yeah,
This is tough, but his goaltending hasn't been there, like you said. And as long as Ottinger shows up, I think Braden takes those points. So I'm going to also go with Braden. Uh, just based on Ottinger, not based on the rest of the team. I think Ottinger could steal him the week. And I feel like that's as good of any reason to go with Braden in this matchup that could go either way, really. So,
yeah. If you told me Dan won or Braden won, I wouldn't be surprised either way. It's gonna be a good matchup.
yeah, agreed. That brings us to our matchup of the week, according to Yahoo.
Bow, 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 bow.
The 3-0 Daltry the Beef taking on the 2-1 Team Rocket. Who do you have here?
You got to give Daltrey the respect. He has this pretty solid team. 3-0. You know what? I'm gonna ride with him. I'm gonna enjoy the beef curtains this week.
You can enjoy them.
There's a lot of injuries over there on Travis or on Kyle's team. When I look, he has Nylander out, Ghost out, Patrick Kane out. Oh, we got Markstrom back though. Um, get the New Jersey duo back, but No, I think I'm going to give it to Daltrey.
Who was tough because I've been underestimating Kyle this season, and he's been overperforming. I've also been underestimating Daltrey. He's been overperforming. Uh, but I'm gonna go with the 3-0 team. Um, and that's not really trying to say Kyle's team is bad. I'm just gonna ride Daltrey's hot streak here in my prediction and see if he continues. But if not, I'm not upset.
Yeah, no injuries on Daltrey's side, so that's two players worth of man games, right? Advantage there, but it should be a good matchup.
Yeah, apparently match of the week. So
Match of the week.
Shifley Tower, 1-2 and 11th, taking on forgot about Dre, 2-1 and 4th. Dre continuing to swoop in on the guys I just defeated. Um, who do you got here?
Taking them while they're weak. Oh man, I think I'm gonna have to go with Derek in this one. I think it's gonna be a good matchup. Just I don't know if Nick's goalies with Vasilevsky as the only real starter will be enough to take it over with just his players. Running Carter Hart and Blackwood, he's missing at least one player worth of man games with those two out right now. Um, so I think Nick should be able to take this one. I mean Derek, sorry.
So you're thinking that Derek's going to take down the champ here, give him his first loss. It's
Yep.
a bold prediction. I don't mind it because Derek was a tough out last week. Um, you know, but just like Carter Hart, Nick's ready to pray. Um,
He's
he's
ready to get on his knees and pray.
he's taking care of the guy I just passing along to him, and he's like, you know what? I'll take care of you. I'm sorry that he beat you down. I got you now, and he's gonna take advantage of Derek now and beat him. I think it'll be fucking close because Derek's team is good. I like Derek's team a lot, especially like I was worried going into Sunday about his offense. Like he was only 2 goals up, and he had a lot of like skilled players going as well because he had Scheifele, Velarde, and Keller going. Um,
Ooh, yep.
a lot could have went wrong on Sunday. Thankfully, it didn't. But
Squeezed out a win.
a lot could have went wrong. So, but I'm gonna give the nod to the current champion. It's hard to go against him when he's still undefeated. So I'll keep going with that. Hero 0 and 3 in 15th, taking on our current Caucasaurus holder, Shane's farm team, 1-1 and 1 in 7th. Who do you got here?
Think I'm gonna go against the grind here again, and I'm gonna go with Mark. His team put up a good fight. I know he's desperate to get in that win column, and he's gonna put a lot of attention here. Um, I don't know if Kyle will be putting that much attention, or if he's gonna be putting more attention to the Golden Cock. So we'll have to see.
You can do both. Like
Yeah, well, can he?
the Golden Cock has motivated him. It's brought him to new heights. He finally knows what it's like to win something.
He's won a couple of draft lotteries through the year.
He has won a lot of draft lotteries. I'm gonna go with the farm team. I have faith in them. They can take care of this fake hero who's done nothing in the last like 4 years except pretend that he's good. He has this mentality of grandeur here. Like he thinks that his team is great, that he's some kind of hero to the league, but he haven't made the playoffs since you won it. Get your fucking shit together. Although I do like a lot of pieces on his team, though I do. I think he's on the right track, but he needs to fucking step up and start winning some weeks at least. At least win one week.
Let's start there.
Yeah, but I don't know. The farm team, I have faith in the farm system. I put a lot of work into that team. So, House of Kirill, 1-2 in ninth, taking on the 3-0 Polar Bears. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go against the grind again here, and I'm going with Neil. I don't think the Polar Bears are going to be undefeated any longer. Uh, few injuries on the team. The first overall draft pick of the year, Richard Raquel, is on IR now. He has Quinn Hughes day to day, Dylan Strome, and Mark Stone out now too. So four four injuries. There's a lot to go off of. It's a lot of man games to make up, and I just think Neil will be able to keep going with his win here and move on with another one.
Even before you said those injuries, I was still gonna go with Neil. Um, I just like Neil's team a lot better. Yeah, he's 1-2, but those two losses were me and Nick. Those are tough opponents every year, right? So I think it's not indicative of his team. I think his team is better than people think looking at his record, especially with his goaltending. Veg was a great pickup, especially at that price. I
I
mean,
agree.
so I think he's going to surprise a lot of teams just based on his record right now. Until a few weeks in, when he's at above 500, right? Then people will be like, "Oh, maybe I need to respect Neil a little bit." And I'm not saying respect him because we don't really
You
respect
got to
people in
earn
this
that.
league. But um, I think he'll take down Sean, give Sean his first loss of the year, and everyone will be happy after.
I remember last year we were expecting Neil to turn his season around, and it just he just couldn't get enough wins in a row going, right? So this is a big win to go for here.
I think Gunther though was a huge pickup for him. I stand by it.
Not biased.
No, I'm very biased, but f 5 goals this year. I think three of them are GWGs. Like
Jeez. Oh, hey, if I'm allowed to be biased with Wolf, I'll let you have one too.
everyone's allowed to be biased.
That's why we're allowed our opinions, of course.
Speaking of bias, here comes Domo at 1-2, in 10th place, taking out only losers 0-3 and 16th. Who do you got?
I mean, the thing is, I think Casey has the fundamentals or the core team that is better. I know the record shows different, but another time here, I think the matchup that favors Casey here. Like his goalies, he has Saros going as probably the best goalie between the two, and then a guy who also has four legit offensive weapons up front too, who could be who are definitely keepers. So I think he can do it. Domo will probably outgrind them, but I think this is the matchup Casey can take.
They're heating up too, the Devils. So I could
Off
see
to a good
that.
start.
Like Jack Hughes has been on fire, which is great for Casey. I'm gonna also put some faith in Casey. I think he needs that up to be uplifted a little bit here. Casey, we think that you can beat Domo. That's not saying much because I think a lot of people can beat Domo, but that's just my personal bias. So uh,
We want the undefeated to lose, and we want the winless to win. We just want some good
I don't
standings.
want Mark to win. I want Mark to lose, to be fair.
Oh
So
yeah,
I'd
sorry,
like
I
to see
forgot. You
Mark
picked
in
wrong on
sole
that one.
possession of the Golden Cock position.
I mean, it would bring much joy to me.
I would love to see Mark take that home. It's been a while since he won a trophy. I think he needs this.
Yeah,
So,
his spirits have been low lately, actually. He's been pretty quiet.
yeah, he's the hero that we need. We need him to take that golden cock.
Oh, as happily as Kyle's taken it this year.
That's it. But he would never even show his face. He'll go on camera. He'll hide his face because it's that ugly. Like you need to blur it. Anyway,
Oh shit.
I hope Casey gets his first win this week. And if not, great for Domo. But yeah,
Yep.
look at those standings.
Look at these standings, eh?
It's tight. I mean, obviously it's tight. We're only 3 weeks in, but
Eighth to 14th, tied 2 points right now. Um, still three teams undefeated, two winless. So
there's no one running away with it, right? And I know there's three. We're week 3, but like everyone in this league is beatable.
yep,
That's that's
yep,
that's that's the only way to put it. Everyone in this team is beatable. There's no team that's made huge moves that's like, oh, I'm significantly above the other. and I'm gonna run away with it. At least that's how I see it.
I like this right here. Waiver claim number one now that Nick used his number one on Carter Hart
There
for
you go.
Robo Wolf.
I was number one all last year. I never used it.
No,
No.
it's nice to have though.
I used my free agency,
Oh,
but I never used my waiver because I wanted to make sure if I was going to use that, it'd be something that would make a difference,
mhm.
right? So I saved it for the playoffs in case something
Yep.
came up and I'd be like, "Oh, I need to grab that before someone else does." Like
No, absolutely. And that's a valuable piece to stay at number one.
I had people
Pe-
trying to trade me for it last year where they're offering like, "Oh, I'll give you one round up." I don't want one round for this
No.
this is prime. This could be a huge advantage if
Yep.
something comes up
Especially
on
if
the table.
somebody drops somebody useful in playoff timing.
Exactly.
The one thing I do like about this league, though, is it's hard to make playoffs. No, I say that making playoffs a fair amount of times, but like your
But it
team
wasn't
can
easy.
no, yeah, your team has to be legit to be able to get there, right? So I know I was joking around earlier. Obviously, we really have no idea how teams are gonna look come week 16, right, where we've had one round around the whole thing.
Hmm.
Um, but but no, it's always exciting getting there. And then you get a good playoff picture. And the playoffs have been so tight for the last few years, like just going coming down to the wire, uh, just for seeding, right? It's been fun.
Now I don't know when the trade deadline is. I haven't checked into that yet.
Well,
Um, but it could be subject to change if it's too soon. Um, I like a mix. I don't like it too soon. I don't like it too late either, though. I like teams to kind of make their.
February 25th.
That's a fair time, actually.
I was hoping it would have showed me the dates.
Yeah, it's a fair time, I think, because the season usually ends. Regular season usually ends in April, so that's probably about 4 or 5 weeks out from the end.
What is it here? February 20th. Oh yeah, going to some ads. There we go. Doesn't it seems very
Week 18.
oh yeah, so week 18 is the All-Star break. 'Cause it
This is
looks
going
like
to happen during the All-Star break, essentially.
it looks like week 18 is going from the second to March. Like it doesn't really make sense.
Because the Olympics, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. But I don't think there's a month break, is there?
I think it's because there's the Olympic break, so it's like usually 2 weeks off at least.
Yeah, so it's somewhere in that period, so week 18, and we'll have 5 weeks of until playoffs after that.
Let me know what you guys think. I'm not opposed to pushing it back a week or two. Um, but I'm also all right with keeping it this way. But we are open to this for discussion, but it should be sooner rather than later that we make the decision. Um, well,
I
there's no
don't think
playoffs on.
we've ever messed with the date though, have we?
I usually set it prior to the season,
Oh, I didn't realize you chose it.
but this time it defaulted because I didn't actually think of setting it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty typical to the normal, about 4 or 5. I think last year we had 6 weeks after.
I don't think it was that much.
Actually, no, I was gonna say
I
maybe
think it was like
4.
3 weeks because like
Yeah,
Derek was in it, then he traded all his pieces, knowing he only had 3 weeks left, and
yeah. Now that I say it, it feels wrong.
maybe
Yeah,
this
so
feels right then, because then you have to make your decision early, and once you're in, like, you're just like, okay, I'm still competing with 5 weeks left, and I'm going to go for it.
yeah, it's real life that way, right? Realistic to the NHL. They don't
But
get to know.
I'm open either way. If people want to discuss it, we can discuss it.
Yeah, we're
All right.
also talking
So,
about seeing if someone else can approve trades too.
yeah, I got
So I
to
know that.
figure out how to do that because I showed you one day, what, a week and a half ago when we talked about it, and it gave me an error saying I wasn't the commissioner of the league. So I think there was something going on with Yahoo that day. I just got to go and actually find some time to do that. I'll probably look at that this week before Sunday. I don't even know if I work Sunday yet. I'll find out tomorrow. But in case it'll be an issue, I'll look into that this week and see. That seems to be the favorable option according to the chat.
Yep.
More people were in favor of having that just as a safety net in case some stupidity or something happens in the league, right? People make mistakes and make. I get messaged like once or twice a season. Can you cancel that trade? It was accidental, and I'd rather have that safety net.
Yep. No, I agree. And like and let's say I'm the one who gets authorization to make the trades.
Mhm.
I would just leave it with you. I'm not going to be going in there and trying to approve things. It's more of to try to push in those last second requests is step in where needed only.
Well, I'll communicate when I'm unavailable. So then, let's say it's you, then you would be able to pay attention during that time, right? So,
Yep.
but we'll get that organized this week, boys. We'll figure it out. We're pretty much out of time. Actually, we've got 3 minutes. So,
Damn.
any
Chatty.
final comments, Corey?
No, feeling good today. Victory over Mark. Just the world feels right.
All right. Well, boys, thanks for watching. Loving the league. Always love the league. I love the banter. I love the how much history we have, and so many running jokes and so many rivalries. Hockey season is the best time of the year. Um, Good luck, everyone, this week, except for you, Travis. Go fuck yourself.